Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel. Here we are on this wonderful Tuesday, having just having a little afternoon stream with some coffee, and got some crazy shit to go over today. Um, Reddit threads, TikTok nurses, just all sorts of crazy bullshit that is going on today, including the confirmation hearing for Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the guy who is like an actual anti-vaxxer. I don't just mean like a anti-COVID person. Like he's actually an anti-vaxxer, and he's being confirmed for the Secretary of Health and Human Services. So that's always fun. That's a that's a fun little commotion there to or not commotion, a fun little tidbit there for us to look at. Mm, yummy coffee. So yeah, we've it's nuts. It's a crazy day today. Like I said, um, the videos that we're going to look at are all crazy, including a man who I think the least crazy is a Simon Dan video talking about a guy who thought people used to live on Mars. So yeah, it's gonna be a tinfoil hat type of stream today. Um, and I hope you're all staying warm because here where it is for me, there's a blizzard going on outside. So I hope you guys are all wrapped up nice and warm in your offices or homes or wherever you may happen to be listening to this stream. Because yeah, this I'm done with winter. I'm really done with winter. I honestly think that winter countries that do have bad winters, I think that we should do the reverse of um like have winter vacation instead of summer vacation, because it would probably help a lot with people's seasonal affective disorder too. With the people feeling like they can't get anything done or what, like if people were less pressured in the winter, and were able to relax and take it easy a bit more and have more fun, do more fun activities, um, they might feel better, especially in areas where there's little sunlight and little vitamin D absorption. That's just my thing. Like Pincalo and I were talking about it the other day, and we were both saying that would make perfect sense to have winter vacation. Because look, think of how many people like to go to the Caribbean and stuff in the winter, and how much there were so many students that I remember having to go around school gathering their homework. And like, who wants to do their homework while they're in the fucking Caribbean on vacation? No. Like, that sucks. Who wants to do that? Like, nobody wants to do that shit. So that's my thing. I think that we shouldn't be doing school and stuff like that in the winter months. I think we should do it in the summer. Because now most schools, not all, but most schools now have like air conditioning systems, especially after COVID with like the filtration and everything. the filtration systems that were put in. We should definitely be doing like a winter vacation instead of a summer vacation. I think it would be a lot easier on people. And there would be less missed school because of weather. You know what I mean? It would be, I think it would be better. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. We are going to, where should we start in our insanity? Let's see. Let's start with our female-only sports bar. Let's start with our Sugar Tits video. Let's let Sugar Tits be the opener. So apparently, Sugar Tits found this thing about a female-run sports bar that went out of business within 5 months. That's pretty bad. How do you go out of business within 5 months? Like, you have to basically be setting your capital investments on fire at this point.
Oh, here we go. Hi everybody, welcome back to the Sugar Tits channel. You know, us women's have come a long way in sports. There was a time where we couldn't even play sports professionally. Bitch couldn't get her hands on a pair of good balls to save her life.
I see what you did there, Sugar Tits. That's funny.
Now women are playing professionally, they're getting paid for it, they've got sponsors, they're broadcast live all around the world to play with a pair of balls. And I'm not talking about only clams, real sports. Although the only clams bitches probably still make way more money. You can...
That's... We're gonna move past her dislike of the OF girls. We all know
do
about it.
Ladies. You don't need no man's paying your way. Take ownership of your body and your sexuality and become an online thotty, only clams bitch. Slay, girl. Slay. Fucking morons. So we've come far enough for women to make some money, playing some sports, bashing a few balls around. But I'll tell you what we have not come far enough for. A female-only sports bar that only shows female sports to
Oh no!
thrive and remain successful.
Oh no! No! Why would you only show female sports? Why wouldn't you just show all sports? That's stupid. Nobody's gonna sit there and only want to watch female basketball or women's soccer or whatever. No.
Women are certainly a rarity in here. The policy is that they're not encouraged into the public bar. Do you object to me being served alongside you here, sir?
Yeah.
Sir? You don't mind me being here, do you?
I do.
I do mind you being
What
here.
if they're showing lingerie in football? Does that count as a female sport? It's full contact.
Okay, maybe.
Why should you be next to me?
You're afraid of women.
Let up.
What would you do, sir, if women walked in here en masse?
Mass?
You'd walk out, would you?
Public bar is for the public.
One of your public is molesting me while you're talking. Could you just
Oh, well,
take your hand away from me, sir?
So this is an old-timey commercial of not an old-timey commercial, an old-timey news broadcast, I'm guessing, of a woman in a bar.
Stop me, hand. It's under my finger.
Well, just remove your finger, will you? And I can go on.
Well, you asked us what happens when a woman comes in. Turn it up. Let up, Phil. I won't let up. She asked what happens when a woman comes in, and I'm showing her.
First,
That's how Australian of you. I'm sorry, but that was a very Australian
ever,
attitude.
women's sports bar in Australia closes after 5 months. We couldn't hold on any longer.
That's sad. That is sad. Like, no, you don't want to see a business fail. But, like, why would you only show female sports?
No shit. Poor bitches. A women's sports bar opened with much fanfare and enthusiasm, but just a few months later, it's had no choice but to call last drinks.
Yeah, because it opened with much fanfare and enthusiasm because men thought, cool, chicks serving me drinks while I watch sports? How much cooler can this be? And then they showed up and they realized that there was only female sports, and they were like, nah, man.
The first women's sports bar to open in Australia has closed down just a few months after launching with much fanfare.
I'm on Sydney's iconic Oxford Street. I'm outside a bar that's unlike anywhere I've ever been. Let's check it out. The Ladies League exclusively shows women's sport on its TVs. They've got the Matildas, NRLW, AFLW, basically any sport that ends in W.
The ladies...
Why does that person that's in that video sound like she's got a very butch haircut?
Ladies League opened at a prime spot in Sydney's bustling Oxford Street in August, but unfortunately announced its closure soon afterwards on New Year's Day. On New Year's Day! That's good, like the
Just having a laugh at some internet craziness.
Busiest fucking time of the year. How shithouse must this business have been to have closed on New Year's Day?
Wait,
the Ladies League opened at a prime
Day?
spot in Sydney's bustling Oxford Street in August, but unfortunately announced its closure soon afterwards on New Year's Day. On New Year's Day! That's like the busiest fucking time of the year.
Yeah, you, like... New Year's Eve, your bar, even if it's shitty, better be open and better have people in it. Like, I don't know how you can not make enough money on New Year's Eve to see you through another little bit.
How shithouse must this business have been to have closed on New Year's Day? They even had all of the holidays. It's summer down here. People want to be out and about. And they closed down mid...
Yeah, could you imagine having New Year's Eve in summer? That would be kick-ass.
Summer. And we're Aussies. We love a good fucking drink. Even if it comes with a side of box watching and rug munching. Put a beer in front of us and we're there. The atmosphere in this place must have been so virtue signal toxic that a lesbian would rather eat a cock-flavoured lollipop than drink a beer there. Actually,
wow. Wow, sugar tits. A lesbian would rather eat a cock-flavored lollipop. That is quite the image. That is that's some imagery there.
Actually, something tells me that place was packed full of lesbians on the odd occasion when it did have a crowd.
Let's check it out.
The venue posted on social media on Wednesday night that it was with a heavy heart they would not be opening their doors again. As a women's sports bar... Oh no, that's probably not right. It's probably more like, as a women's sports bar, we excelled. That's the butchest voice I can muster up for you. The ladies...
That's okay, sugar tits. That's a pretty butch sounding voice.
Wrote, adding that they had great turnouts at Matilda's Sydney FC and Grand Final games. That's the women's Olympic soccer team. And I don't know why everyone made such a fuss over this team during the women's soccer Grand Final down here in Australia. They praised them like they were the goddesses of soccer balls, but they came fucking third. Unfortunately, it is outside of live games that we felt the struggle, as much as many other hospitality venues in this economic climate. Yeah.
Yes, as much as other hospitality venues that aren't closing on New Year's Day. Yes, I'm sure you're feeling the economic impacts as much as they are, yes.
Yeah, it was the economic climate that stifled you. I'm not saying it's great at the moment, yeah, it's shit. But when you come up with the most moronic idea of catering to something that would only appeal to a tiny little fraction of the population in creating a business that only shows women's sports, you're shooting yourself in the dick, or the badge, if you will. We knew...
Oh, sugar tits. That's... You don't shoot a guy in the dick. No, this is dumb. Like, to show only... It would be the same as only showing male sports. Like, show everything.
We knew we had a fantastic product on offer. The delusion. But unfortunately, as a small business, we couldn't hold on any longer to try any new approaches. Maybe like showing some blokes playing sports, that would have been a good start. I mean,
yeah, just they should have had the entire gambit of sports on demand there, not just female sports, because I don't think even most women want to watch women play.
I mean, you'd have to compete with all the already established sports bars around the area that promise environments free from irritating, virtue-signalling, inclusion, vegan-esque, fucktard types. I mean, this place, it just sounds like the worst place ever to want to have a beer, to want to...
It does. If I go to a place called the Ladies League, I'm not expecting a fucking female-only sports bar. I'm expecting, like, a lesbian bar that's going to be not what you're intending this bar to be. And I guarantee you there were some lesbians that were like, wait a minute, this isn't what I thought it was, and left. And then there was the male sports enthusiasts that were like, all right, chicks serving us drinks, and oh, wait a minute, only female sports, fuck this.
Want to try and sit down, relax, and have a beer. The Ladies League was founded and run by 34-year-old Rose Valenti, who also runs a digital-only sports publication with the same name.
Hi, I'm Rose Valenti. I am the founder of the Ladies League, and welcome. I love the women's sport community, and the further I got more into the women's sport community...
Fucking sugar tits, man. I know she added that cow noise. I know she did.
Specifically, and the more I learned about it, I knew there was a demand for something like this. LOL. You know, you go to a bar, pub, anything, it's hard enough to even watch the A-League men's. Never mind if you ask them, hi, can I watch the A-League women's?
You don't mind me being here, do you?
Can we... Wait. You actually go into other sports bars and go, excuse me, can we watch the women's league? Really? You actually do that shit? Oh, wow. Okay.
I do.
And they've got absolutely no idea what channel that's on.
Miss Valenti told media she drained her savings and even sold her investment property to fund the bar.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Now you don't have savings or an investment property or a bar. That sucks for you, Miss Valenti.
Oh my God. This is why they didn't let a bitch have control of money back in the day. What a phenomenally stupid idea.
Did you just have a Pearl Davis, like, fucking mind, thought, sugar tits? Really?
To sink all your money into this business, into this kind of incredibly unpopular business. I mean, it's so specific. It's like, I'm going to put all my money into a business that makes bras for men. Or a social app for women where they can take pictures of their shits and send them around to all their friends. It's just...
It's a little too niche. It's a little too niche. It's not going to work.
Just a batshit crazy, unpopular idea. She scored a prime spot in the heart of Darlinghurst at a 2-story, 80-seat venue, which she decorated with a black and pink colour scheme.
Black and pink, huh? That doesn't sound like it would look very inviting. Especially in a 2-story space.
Banks weren't keen on extending her a loan. No, they fucking weren't.
Well, maybe if I asked to borrow a bit less, I don't know.
Computer says no.
Computer says no. Yeah, that's basically what they're... It's basically what the banks probably did with her. Just like, yeah, no. We do not want to fund this stupid idea.
Miss Valente has previously said they found the venture too risky. And you didn't listen to them, did you, love? The bank...
So the bank, she tried to get a loan, an investment loan from the bank. They said, no, it's too risky. So then she sunk all of her savings and her investment property sale into the... Wow. Smart.
Banks were fucking outright telling you, this is a retarded idea, bitch. Don't do it. And you still ignored them, the money professionals. But she managed to fundraise from her loyal base of readers and others keen on the novel concept. Idiots. Hundreds of fans spent money on foundation memberships to get their names written on one of the upstairs walls.
That's so... How tacky is that? Get your name on the upstairs wall of the bar.
Oh, tacky. I thought you said something else.
Okay.
Oh, come on, that's fun.
Get your name on a bar wall if you spend some money. That's ridiculous.
And at the same time, other fans
sponsored. Bar.
Yeah.
Get your name on the bar wall. Is the bar in the bathroom by chance?
Nah.
And do you have to write the girl's phone number next to it? With the words, for a good time, call Molly.
At particular areas of the bar, tables, benches, and even toilet cubicles. Oh, well, that's wonderful. You get to see your name written on a toilet cubicle.
Oh my
while you're
God! They even do put the name on the toilet cubicles. They just said that.
You're not long for this world.
That's bullshit. They said the thing. They actually said the thing.
Busy starting a scissor fire with some other lazy bitch, taking respite from all that scintillating chicks.
Yeah, apparently.
Want to be equal but not be stereotyped.
Apparently.
I don't get it.
Water polo. The plan was to show live women's sport matches and in the quiet periods, display replays of women's games. Replays!
Oh boy! Live women's sport events and replays of live women's game. Of women's games.
Taking the actual sports bar model but filtering it so only female sports are what's played.
Yes.
And it's not lingerie football.
No. And they closed on New Year's Day.
Everyone closes on New Year's Day.
No. They closed for business.
Oh, so they failed on New Year's Eve.
Yeah. They couldn't even get enough profit on New Year's Eve to carry them through the month of January.
Well, no one can, because fuck you, it's January.
Of women's games. Oh my God. I love sports, okay? I watch a lot of sports for a chick. Right now it's tennis season here in Australia and I'm watching the Australian Open. And I've got nothing against the chicks playing, but I would rather watch the men playing tennis because I feel like when I
put the one litter box next to the other one.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Oh.
Switch over the channel to the chicks playing, it's like watching a watered down version of the dudes playing. It's like slower, less athletic, less powerful.
Yep.
Essentially, it's like the diet beer of sports.
He's not wrong. She's not wrong about women's sports. Women's sports they are boring. Even women's hockey.
Well, women's hockey is one of the most boring things I've ever watched. And I can say that because I've had like 6 women all the way up to age 75 and 80 on my dad's side that are all hockey players. Funnily enough, they all started with ringette.
Ah, ringette.
Basically hockey with a broken hockey stick.
Yes. Ringette and field hockey. Those are the intros for...
Field hockey, no. Field hockey's different. Field hockey chicks are pretty vicious. Rugby chicks are fun.
I'm like, why the fuck am I drinking this when I could be having the full strength shit? I didn't crack open a can of beer to get slightly wasted.
I didn't crack open a can of beer to get slightly wasted. It's funny that you can actually get wasted with beer in
We're
Australia.
also welcome to the pub, but for some bloody reason none of them wanted to show up. And Miss Valente said she was open to showing a men's game if that was what her patrons wanted.
She was open to showing a men's game if that's what her patrons wanted. Oh, how nice of you.
So it's a sports bar by request.
Yes, it's an on-request sports bar.
It's a juke bar.
That's what all sports patrons want. You're crazy, bitch. The venue boasted 6 TVs and 1 big screen with a bar section downstairs and a viewing lounge upstairs for...
So 6 TVs and 1 big screen TV. 6 regular TVs, 1 big screen. Bar downstairs, viewing lounge upstairs. And all you have is women's sport. Yeah, nobody would want to go there.
As for the rowdier customers, a lot of fans want. You're crazy, bitch. The venue boasted 6 TVs and 1 big screen with a bar section downstairs and a viewing lounge upstairs for the rowdier customers. A lot of finger popping and scissoring going up in there, I'll tell you what. Miss Valente's The Ladies League was partly inspired by Australia's deficit in women's sport viewing and coverage, which accounts
Australia's deficit in women's sport viewing and coverage. Well, maybe that's because nobody cares about women's sports. And the people who care about women's sports will carry them on, and that's fine, but we don't
accounts for only
need
12 to
this.
15% of screen time, according to the latest research. And you thought it would be a good idea to invest all your money into a business that caters to the tiny little 12 to 15%. Now, apparently, she thought this was going to be a great idea because there are other businesses like this in the world. There's one in Portland, Oregon. There's one in California, of course. One in Ireland. There are at least 3 other places like this in the world. Why?
3 other women's only sports bars in the entire world. So of course this will be successful. Holy shit. That's crazy. What the What? How can you think that? That's like saying there is one other successful business that's doing what I'm doing on the planet, so I'm going to succeed.
Why couldn't you do it? The sports bra, oh my god, opened in Portland, Oregon, and made
sports bra in Portland, Oregon. Ugh, what a horrible name.
$1 million in revenue in its first year of operation, also sparking other similar venues to pop up around the country. Tell me, does Portland, Oregon have a lot of lesbians? Is that a big lesbian town?
In Portland, Oregon, people aren't afraid to try things, like opening a sports bar that exclusively plays women's sports.
I built it, and they came.
Did they really? Did they come? Is that how many?
If you want to try something too, try something Portland.
Australians were excited at the prospect of the bar, with social media buzz and many vowing to travel from neighbouring states to check it out. Bullshit. It's a gimmick, isn't it? It's like going to a theme park that's just opened up.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's the new thing, so it did well for a little bit. And then it was like, okay, we've done that, and let's move on.
Everyone's all excited and they're like, oh wow, that's new and different. I'm going to go check that out. And then they never fucking come back because they've experienced it once.
Yep.
That's what your bar was, a gimmick. Others predicted that it would give way and become a full-blown LGBTQ bar given its location on the Oxford Street Strip.
Might be a women's only sports bar, but anyone can come.
We're only showing women's sports, so if you like women's sports, you come here, you can watch it. Straight, lesbian, bi, whatever you are. If you're a woman, if you're trans, if you're a man, you can still come here and you can still enjoy the game.
Oh yes, of course. Because you need the patronage, right?
Okay, so she actually did put this bar in an area where it should have had some success. That just goes to show how shithouse of an idea this was. When even the butchy lesers don't want to come to your bar to watch chicks playing football or ping pong.
When even the butchy lesers don't want to. Just Jesus Christ, Sugar
They can
Tits.
watch ping pong shows from the comfort of their own bedrooms. That just tells you how bad of an idea this was.
Women's sport is more popular than ever in Australia, and
it?
this is the first permanent spot to enjoy it.
The Ladies League wants others to carry on the mantle and doesn't want its experience to put others off. Nah, I think people might prefer not losing all their money. We hope
Yeah.
this doesn't discourage anyone from opening a similar concept in the future. The support we felt from the community was amazing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure people will be not going to open a bar like this in the future after watching what happened to you.
Not enough support to keep you open. Thank you each and everyone who has visited us or showed support online. And there you go. 5 months. They were open for 5 months before they had to shut down. Crazy. Well, thank you all for watching. Remember to check me out on Rumble, BitChute, or Twitter. Don't open a female-only sports bar. And I'll see you in the next video. Tits out, everyone. Tits.
Don't open a female-only sports bar. Yeah, no, don't do that. That's a bad idea, business-wise. It's... My God. What a crazy concept. Who actually thinks that would work? Hey, Pat. How are you doing? That's the wild part. She put it in an LGBT popular area and it failed miserably. Yeah, I know, right? That's crazy. It doesn't make any sense to me. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. So let's see. We're going to learn. I just can't believe that the people actually that she actually thought that playing only female sports would get people in to watch. Nobody wants to watch that. Not even other women want to watch that. They would rather watch men play sports. And it's not because women suck. It's because just they've, like, the sport, it's been slowed down and it's just not as fun to watch. So we are now going to learn about a TikTok nurse who is going to jail for 20 years because she danced on her patients. I'm kind of flabbergasted by what this means. I'm like, did she actually stand on them and dance? Did she, like, do some stupid above the bed dance? Like, what did she do? Let's see.
This nurse just ruined her life for some basic attention on TikTok and is now facing up to 20 years in prison.
This Atlanta area healthcare worker seen on TikTok dipping it low on her patient's forehead. Patients, you can see, are living with disabilities.
That's gross.
It's almost like TikTok is a perpetual social experiment in search of a new societal low. And boy, does this woman do exactly that. So
do you remember the South Park episode where James Cameron went deep diving for the bar and raised the bar, and then everybody stopped thinking Honey Boo Boo was funny? Exactly, Pat. You're not wrong about how people support stuff online but then don't actually, like, come and support financially. You are far from wrong there, sir. Very, very correct. But yeah, this nurse, what a shitty person. And this is the problem with TikTok. It is like a societal experiment to find a new low. And it does remind me of that South Park episode where everyone was like, where the TLC shows, the Honey Boo Boo and Eric Cartman fighting with Honey Boo Boo and with the skitty and butter. And then James Cameron went and raised the bar. This feels like the bar has been lowered to like the core of the earth and is now fused with the iron of the planet's core, and we are not going to get the bar back.
So meet Lucretia Coyan. Social experiment in search of a new societal low, and boy, does this woman do exactly that. So meet Lucretia Coyan.
Lucretia, huh?
A 19-year-old nurse who filmed and posted a video of herself twerking on top of 2 disabled patients' heads.
Ew. How do you twerk on somebody's head? What the fuck?
So not only did she dance on these patients' heads, people who were meant to be in her care, but she also was seen in one of these videos actively giving the patients medication while twerking on his head.
How do you do that? How do you, like, physically administer meds while twerking? Without making a giant mess everywhere? Like, seriously, how do you do that?
Lucretia Coyan is her real name, 19 years old, charged on Tuesday with exploiting a disabled person. This is her dancing on top of what's believed to be her male patient, sitting in a bathtub. As the music plays, she reaches in her scrubs, pulls out pills, and gives it to him before the video abruptly shuts off.
Gross. Not okay. Not okay at all. And how do we know that those are actually his meds? Narcissism. Yup. It's huge. Like, we are, like, if we manage to make it another couple 100 years, historians are going to look back on this time as one of the largest collective societal narcissism times. Like, there are going to be archaeologists that study the social aspect of how we interacted with each other and how just narcissistic society was at this time.
What is wrong with people? Why can't you just do your job correctly and not act out for some TikTok attention? Where was the upside here? Some attention on TikTok? With the downside being up to 20 years in prison? Really? Obviously, these videos are uncomfortable to watch, and she did it twice. Once to a patient sitting in a chair, and another one that was literally in the bathtub. And
again, like, that is gross and ethically wrong and morally wrong. And how on earth do you manage to do this without, like, hurting yourself or the patient while they're sitting in the bathtub or sitting in the chair? Like, this is just, like...
And these videos were shot in an in-home adult daytime program, meaning that these patients need assistance throughout the whole day. And instead, they get Lucretia, who dances on them, twerks on them, and films herself doing so. I would be furious if I had an elder relative that was unfortunate enough to be in a situation like that where they need to be taken care of 24/7 and have someone like Lucretia use them for clout on TikTok.
Yeah, that would piss me right off. If I had a relative that needed help and needed home care, and I trusted a company or, like, a group of nurses to take care of my relative, and then this happened, I would be livid. Like, that would just infuriate me.
I guess the good thing here, again, the trash just takes itself out.
Yep.
She essentially self-snitched online, and now she's in some pretty big trouble. But
Exactly, because these people are so stupid that they will literally film themselves doing the wrong thing and then post it.
I guess this was just her brightest idea to get some attention online, but for obvious reasons, people are not happy with her, calling her out for exploiting patients. Some said that she should lose her registration and even be locked up. And we'll get to how both of those things might actually happen, because despite all the backlash, Lucretia...
This is why if I ever need a nurse in the future, I'm not getting a black nurse. Damn, Pat. And that's coming, wow. Whoo boy.
Is still defending herself. She posted videos on TikTok stating that the angles of this video made it seem way worse than what it actually was.
Oh, the angles. Oh, it's the angles, huh? It's not you actually doing what you were doing. It's the angle of the video.
Is not what it is. Trust and believe. All I gotta say for now is angles play a big part, but we're gonna be into that another time.
No matter the angle, you can clearly see her crotch area is on his forehead.
A lot of people in the comments talking about suicide, just all type of dumb, non-verbal. Trust and believe. He's verbal, and if he's not verbal to his kins, then I don't know what's going on over there, but.
If he's not verbal to his kins, you mean his kin? You mean his family? You don't put an S in at the end of the word kin. Or his kids.
But around here, he be verbal. And I got proof. What you say? Can I get my hug? You want to get a hug? Yeah. Okay.
I don't know about you guys, but I don't think there's any angle here that would make the situation look better.
No. And also, you can clearly tell in that little clip that he has a speech impediment. And he's clearly not at the level that a normal adult would be at.
Why are you doing this at work to the people that you're supposed to be taking care of? Also, when it comes to patients that basically need 24/7 care, just because they can speak doesn't mean they can actually consent.
Yeah. Fucking kids can speak. Does that mean they can consent? That's a scary bar to have. Like, speech does not mean you consent.
Does she seriously not understand the difference between being able to talk and to be able to give permission to do something like this?
Yeah.
Also, notice, she didn't once say that either of her patients actually said, hey, this is okay for you to do this, film it, and post it to TikTok.
Nope. She did not. Because I guarantee you they did not.
It's also funny to me.
DJ Academics.
That she's still using that angle of the video as a reason for the negative reaction when she's the one who filmed it. What are you talking about? You chose the angle. And again, there's no angle of you doing this that would make it look better. But
no. There's no camera angle that can make you putting your crotch on a disabled patient's forehead look good. I'm sorry.
Maybe she caught on, as those videos have now been deleted, and the last post she just made is essentially just her leaving the facility, but that video was also deleted right now before I could watch it right here. What's so crazy about this post other than the...
That's what child predators are trying to push.
No, she keeps saying the angle of the video. Does she mean the perspective of the video?
No.
Are you sure? Are we sure she's not just meaning the perspective?
What's the difference?
I don't know. The optics?
Angle and perspective in this thing is the same, isn't it?
Okay. I'm just playing devil's retard, that's all.
You're giving her too much credit.
Me giving people too much credit, that's new.
Well, that's what you're doing.
Now before I could watch it right here. What's so crazy about this post other than the complete lack of regard for any respect of any of the people that she's supposed to be taking care of is she uses this hashtag nurses dancing on patient head.
That's the hashtag she used? Nurses dancing on patient head. Dude! You may as well have posted yourself killing somebody with the hashtag I murdered a bitch. What the fuck?
You want to get discovered in the algorithm for that? Are you kidding? Like, she's actively encouraging a trend to be made around this. Or else you wouldn't be putting that hashtag because no one's using that hashtag by her. Or
yeah, no. That is a very specific hashtag. Like, she's clearly trying to start a trend.
But her, or I guess by people who are talking about this situation. And obviously, I get it. The internet's going to do its own thing. So obviously, people are posting on this hashtag. Some are talking about it, and others are making satirical remakes of this situation. So what does this TikToker do? I guess she thinks it's funny as well. So
making fun of the person for doing it. One is just absolutely ethically wrong.
But I am slightly worried that Lucretia can't tell the difference. So the key here is that in this video, both are in on the joke. Yeah. Clearly the woman who's beneath the other woman can consent to be a part of this video. But Lucretia's over here reposting this while apparently facing up to 20 years in prison. Like,
oh my god, she actually reposted that? Holy crap, lady. Are you that stupid? Are you that dumb that you can't tell you're being made fun of?
Come on. I was also going through some of the videos she's been reposting on her TikTok account, and one of these was like self-help, how to grow on TikTok videos. Oh my and the main point of this, I guess, this video was, hey, if you go viral for something, keep repeating that action and you'll keep going viral.
Oh, so she's following those really annoying, this is how to grow your TikTok account channels. I hated those things. When I was scrolling my For You page, I would get those all the time. I fucking hated those things.
I guess that's what she did because she went viral for dancing on one patient's head. So she was like, why not do this again? But hopefully she doesn't take that advice too seriously and just continues to triple down and quadruple down by doing this, because that'll get her in a lot more trouble. Yeah. It's not like she's not facing enough trouble currently. But also, to be fair, I don't think she has access to these patients anymore, because what employer would keep her on?
I would hope not. I would seriously hope that she is no longer employed there, because this is just not okay. Play, damn it. Why are you not playing? The fuck?
After all of this,
there we go.
Because the Loganville Police Department executed a search warrant on Koyan on January 23rd. Here the department states, on January 23rd, 2025, the Loganville Police Department was made aware of a viral video posted to social media depicting a female dancing in a provocative manner above a disabled person who was seated in a chair. A criminal investigation was initiated, which resulted in the execution this morning of both a search warrant and arrest warrant for the female. Apparently, when the police came to her door to complete the arrest, a man answered and stuck out his tongue at the cops before telling them to not come back.
Oh god. What an idiot.
That, and I guess her smiling in her mugshot, doesn't really make things seem like...
She stuck out her tongue at the cops and smiled in her mugshot. What a why are these people so dumb? Like, do they not understand that their life is pretty much over if they get convicted?
They're taking this seriously at all. If you commit a crime, why are you making things worse for yourself? Because now you have to defend yourself, and anything like...
Is it though? Well, then things need to start happening to them.
Thing like that does not help you in the court of law. But more recently, she's been arrested and charged with one felony count of exploitation of a disabled person. The cops reviewed one of the videos of the alleged abuse and are reviewing the second one as we speak, with additional charges certainly possible. So
she's already gotten one charge of exploitation of a disabled person. Which is a felony. So there's that.
As of right now, she's been booked into Walton County Jail, but she was released after posting a $7,500 bond. So just for that one single charge that she's facing, she's looking up to 20 years in prison and up to $50,000 in fines. And that's only with that one charge. Apparently, the others are possible. So that could make things a lot worse for her, to put it lightly. So
yeah, she might be going away for quite a while.
Police have stated that they checked on the alleged victims and they don't seem to be in any current harm. But even though we know Lucretia was a part of the in-home adult day care program, they have yet to find out if she was actually licensed. That's why.
Oh, she might not even have been licensed? Then go after the home care facility for hiring a non-licensed nurse.
To me. Let me repeat that. They don't know if she was actually licensed. And remember, in one of the videos of her twerking on one of the patients, she was actively feeding the guy medicine. So that's just a whole nother lawsuit right there.
That's not just a lawsuit. That's criminal. If she's not licensed and she's dispensing meds to somebody, that is not a good, that's not
might
good.
Be the case that she was working at this facility without a license, which makes me want to take a closer look at this facility.
But here's where it gets tricky. It says that she works at Publix on Facebook at the moment, but before she went viral, this is who she listed as her employer, SNL Healthcare. Online, it says that their philosophy and vision is to, quote, provide the highest quality care and excellent services while promoting the social interaction of seniors in a nurturing family-like environment. Each member of our team is committed to respecting your loved one as an individual with unique wants and needs, regardless of their current level of independence or capability.
That does not sound like what she was doing. That sounds like she was making fun of them and exploiting them and treating them like crap.
Okay, so not only does it look like they might have had some alleged unlicensed staff, but they also hired someone who does not fit their online philosophy at all. I would definitely not call this the highest quality of care or respecting someone's loved one as an individual.
Yeah, no, I would not either. I would call this lazy, careless. If they used unlicensed staff, they need to be taken into account.
But maybe, just maybe, that's just me. So this place is starting to look extremely sketchy. It's still an ongoing investigation, but it's not looking good. And this just makes everything so much weirder.
SNL Healthcare is listed here as a nursing care agency. It's based in Loganville, Georgia, which is about an hour east of Atlanta. The owner, Mary Nayu, listed here on the National Provider Identifier Database.
Please leave your message for Mary Nayu.
Oh my.
Called, she has not returned our calls or email for comment. It's also been reported too that Mary is Krisha's mother.
Oh. Okay. That's a twist. That's a twist worthy of M. Night Shyamalan.
What? So, currently, that's just alleged, but it might be her mom that owns the place. That would explain a lot, I guess. How she got hired and that maybe that she's not licensed, allegedly. And this could also be how she got away with this for so long. But it does really make me wonder how she treats patients when she's not filming.
That is a good question. How is she with the patients when she's not in front of the camera twerking on their heads? Like, if she's willing to film herself doing that, what is she not willing to film herself doing?
Obviously, this whole situation just looks sketchy, including the day center that she worked at. As of now, Lucretia's trial is pending, but hopefully she faces some real consequences for this, because we should not be rewarding this behavior. Does she deserve 20 years for this? No, absolutely not. That sounds crazy as well. So it'll definitely be really interesting to see what charges are added.
If she's not licensed and she's dispensing
what
medication,
her total time will end up being. And while some of this information isn't currently known for sure, like if she's even licensed and if the center's owner is her mom, we'll probably make a follow-up video when more of these details come out. But until then, YouTube thinks you'll enjoy this video. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh yeah, you should definitely check out that video. Peace.
I don't know. I think that she might face some heavy time if we find out about meds being dispensed without her being licensed. That could definitely be a big issue. That's something that I'm thinking she could get into big trouble for. Because that's not a small thing. Dispensing meds without a license, that is not a small fuck up. That's not just going, oh no, I messed up. Oopsies. That is big bad. So okay. Where are we here? Let's take a look at Reddit. Reddit is insane. That's what we're going to take a look at. Reddit has gone insane. This is from Asmongold, and this is one of the things that I wanted to make the main topic of the stream today. So let's see what this is about.
So Reddit has been having, as we all know, Reddit has been having what you would call a collective mental health crisis.
That's a good way of putting it. A collective mental health crisis. That is a great way of putting it there, Zach.
A big one. Very big collective mental health crisis. Take a look at this. Muskrat's henchmen have been identified.
This should not be treated like a slap on
Shaving
the
their
wrist type
heads
of
is
crime.
the
You're
least
right.
that should happen. Their names. Drag their fucking bodies. It's time to drop the mitts. You need to know which knees to cripple, how many to cripple, and where the data got sent.
Okay. This just sounds like insane.
It's time to hunt. All of these people live somewhere. It's time to do more than dragging names. Let's drag their necks up by a large coil of rope.
Holy shit!
So what he's reading is a collage of Reddit posts from r/white people Twitter.
This is nuts.
It gets worse and worse. Remember what I was saying about the Destiny Reddit and all that shit? This is just the tip of the iceberg what Zach has.
This is nuts.
All of these people live somewhere. It's time to do more than dragging names. Let's drag their necks up by a large coil of rope. If they feel they can walk into your government buildings with impunity, just remember they all have addresses of their own.
This is crazy. This is all a collage of things that people have actually said.
This is from 8 hours ago with 1,000 upvotes. I'll say it. The Nazi stooge needs to be shot.
The Nazi stooge needs to be shot. Who is that in reference to?
Dox these people and let us deal with them. Where are they on media? Where do they live? Pink missed them all.
Elon's a Nazi stooge?
Yeah, because of the autistic waving he did at the
Oh.
They need.
Because he was giving people his heart?
Yeah, because it looked pretty much identical to the wave. Almost, but not quite. And also, it didn't have the same intent, but if we try to defend it in any which way, we're Nazis.
Yeah.
Where do they live? Pink missed them all.
Pink missed them all. Oh, that's lovely. This is just some lovely shit.
They need to understand that this is now a war, and in war there are costs for being the enemy, and these people, make no mistake, are the enemies.
Wow. I didn't know that the culture war was getting this intense. This is crazy.
Now, this may sound crazy, but they had addresses. Not saying someone should pay them a visit, but doing this type of thing to the American people should result in you fearing for your life.
Doing what type of thing to the American people? What are we doing? Like, what type of thing is being done to the American people?
If you get to keep it. So, we have a situation on Reddit. This is a collective mental health crisis on Reddit. Wow. Deranged.
This is more than deranged. This is telling deranged to hold your beer. This is, I don't even know what word this is.
This is insane.
Insane isn't even the right word.
Can't even believe this. Not gonna lie, these death...
They go on Reddit because they think they'll be anonymous and won't be caught. That's probably true, Pat.
And these people are probably also the same morons that have their Discord connected to their Reddit accounts, which also has their phone numbers connected to their Discord.
Yep.
Guaranteed. These guys are an FBI agent's wet dream.
Mm-hmm. Only thing I have my Discord connected to is my PlayStation account.
Death,
but I don't have my phone number connected to it.
Threat should lead to Reddit sanctions to control it. Not gonna lie, these death threats should lead to Reddit sanctions to control it. I think they should.
Yep. This is not that Reddit sanctions are gonna do anything.
You say that, but then there's the next thing I sent you about it.
I don't know if Reddit sanctions will.
I do. I think this is same with Pro Luigi. Now everybody cries. I said this shit was a problem. I said it was a problem. Nobody wanted to listen to me. Everybody said it didn't matter. And now it's happening again. There we go. You were right. I knew this shit was going to happen. It's obvious it's going to happen. Like, it's not like, oh, wow, I can't believe I'm so smart. No, it's fucking obvious this shit was going to happen. Absolutely. What's pink mist? If you, like you blow somebody up and it...
What's pink mist? Seriously?
Vaporizes their body.
Really? Somebody asked what pink mist was? Wow.
And the pink is from the blood. Simple. And skin, put together.
The word is psychotic. Yeah, Pat. And if they do get caught, the first thing they say is, I was joking. Yep. That's exactly what they'll try to say, Pat. Oh, I was just kidding. It was just a joke, bro. I didn't mean it.
It's killing them, basically. Vaporize. Yeah, it's killing them. That's it. I think Luigi's on a different scale. It's different defending a murderer and calling for mass death. Not really.
No.
I mean,
wait, why? How? What the fuck is wrong with Asmongold's chat? How? What? What is wrong?
I mean, you're right. It is different. It is different. It's different. They're both bad, though, right? They're both.
It is sort of different, but they're both, yeah. Like, they're both bad. Fucking, what the hell?
Both bad. And so, anyway, we got this shit going on. Reddit's got to get this under control. They really have to get this under control. Because if they don't get this under control, somebody else is going to get it under control for them.
Yep. If they don't if Reddit doesn't step in and get this shit sorted, then the government's gonna step in, and that's not what you want.
I'm not going to give you a spoiler, but that tweet I sent you, after you're done this video with all of these questions about whether or not Twitter's going to do or Reddit's going to do anything, look at the tweet I sent you after.
Okay.
And that's going to be the government. I'm going to be honest here. These are death threats.
Yep. They're death threats. They're racially incentivized threats.
These are calls to violence.
Mm-hmm.
There needs to be accountability for this type of behavior. We have rules. There are laws. Reddit needs to follow these laws.
Yep.
And this is over the line.
And Reddit is, I believe it's based in the States, is it not? So it needs to follow U.S. laws and hate crime laws and all this, like everything.
This is not free speech. This is not free speech. Not even in America is this free speech.
No.
Looks like...
No, it's not. This is not freedom of speech. This is... Yeah. Yeah, they need to follow the law. You can't call to violence. You can't incite...
This is not free speech. Not even in America is this free speech.
No.
Looks like Section 230 is on the table of retraction if this keeps going. It is.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people need to make sure that the administration is aware of this.
Well, absolutely. If Trump's not aware of it yet, he will be soon.
Cash Patel? Yeah, bro. Like, I ain't tweet this at him. Let him know. Do we know if these accounts have been banned? Let's find out. I gotta look these up off stream, off camera, because in case it's NSFW. It's looking like this individual just made a post 1 minute ago, and they have indeed not been suspended.
Okay.
So that's 1 for 1, not suspended. 0 francs and beans. All right, let's go ahead and look at this next person. We're going to see if they've been suspended as well. It looks like, in fact, this individual right here, that made all these people live somewhere. This person right here who made a post 7 hours ago, their account is still active.
So Reddit is not putting bans on these people for this speech. This is not okay.
And going on Reddit. So there has been nothing that's happened to them. Do a prediction. This is 3 hours ago. Yep, he's still cooking. He's still cooking. Right
This
here
is
we have
terrorism.
another
Yeah.
individual.
This is domestic terrorism. Because these, like, if these are people that are American posting this is domestic.
Right here. It's this person here. Made this comment 5 hours ago based off of the collage. Copy paste. This is an image. I can't copy paste. And so we've got another person right here. Nobody has been suspended. So we are at 3 for 3 of people that are making death threats on the accounts, on their account, on Reddit, that have not been suspended. Drag their fucking bodies. Time to drop the mitts. Okay, so this person, clearly a call for violence, right?
Yeah, that's a call for violence for sure. That is absolutely a call for violence. Absolutely.
I know this might come as a surprise to you guys, but their account is still active. That's right. It's still active. We are at 4 for 4.
So Reddit is clearly not stepping in and not taking the accounts, like even a warning ban for like a week or something like that. They're
People
not
that are
doing
making death threats, openly calling for violence and to kill government employees. Let's see the rest of them. The Nazi stooge needs to be shot. I would say this is a call for violence.
Yep.
This might be a big shock for you guys. Somehow, it was. 4 out of 5. The W for Reddit.
Wait, Reddit banned that guy? Reddit banned the one about the Nazi stooge needs to be shot. Okay, so that's one on the Reddit side.
I'll give it to him. That's good. Now, and dox these people and let us deal with them. I would say this is kind of a bad one. Let's take a look at this. I know this might be a big surprise. But there you go. Yep. Let's go be friends with these guys and visit them in their homes.
Oh! That's
So this is even this person is posting regularly. Wait till you get your first whiff of tear gas. Don't puss out when the time comes.
Oh.
So this person is a Reddit revolutionary right here.
Yeah. Apparently. This is nuts. These people are absolutely psychotic.
He's still posting violent content at this very moment. So let's take one more. One more, gentlemen. Dr. Pencil Binder.
Yeah.
There it is. That's his most recent comment, 19 hours ago. And you can even see the post right here. If everybody's waiting on Monday, so this is a post here. Clubhouse participants only.
Oh God, they're Clubhouse people.
Waiting on, if everybody's waiting on Monday to file lawsuits. No mercy if all these are confirmed. I say drag their names. I would bet Elon is there. These are people that are advocating for doxing and political violence. This, in my opinion, needs to be stopped. This needs to be stopped before it gets worse.
Yeah. This is out of hand, and Reddit needs to not let this go.
And that's what's going to happen. I want to let these people know that when you do this, the other people that are on the other side are going to do this to you.
Yep.
They are. They're going to do this to you, and you're not going to like it. Because they're the ones that are going to have, that maybe they're actually going to do, I disagree. Oh, do you think like this is it? Yeah, tit for tat. Yeah, this is going to keep going. They are.
It is absolutely going to keep going. This is like, the way this is going is like those old time Western family feuds that never end. So-and-so killed so-and-so, so the other side of the family has to get revenge on the other family, and then so they kill somebody else on the family, and then it keeps going and then going and going and going until there's nobody left in either family. And it's like, this is exactly it's gonna happen with this as well. One side's gonna
they
get.
They already do. No, you're not like this. Absolutely not. And so I don't think this breaks the First Amendment. The Second Amendment is going to give people the ability to commit violence against people and protects the First Amendment. That only implies the First Amendment is meant to organize for the purpose of violence in the first place. I want to. So I want you to just say it right now. You think that it is your First Amendment right to make a call to kill a government employee?
Yeah. That's not a First Amendment right. That's not freedom of speech. Calling for the death of a government employee is not your First Amendment right. You can say, I don't like this government employee. You can say, I don't want them in office anymore. You can say a whole bunch of shit, but you cannot call for the death of a government employee.
Just say yes or no. Very simple yes or no question. Is that a First Amendment right or not? We got to get a Pepsi. No. Okay, so what are you talking about? What are we doing? Yeah, obviously not, right? Obviously, right? So, like, what are you typing about? We need our politicians, especially Trump, to stop with the us versus them rhetoric? No, rhetoric isn't a problem. The words are the problem.
Yeah. The difference between words and rhetoric is how the words fit together in the context of the words. The words make up the rhetoric.
Rights are a difficult subject and should be handled through the Supreme Court in Austin. It's very in the Supreme Court system. It's very messy these days. Okay, so then yeah. All right, so there we go. So you're not gonna make it. You know, bro. You know. What are you doing? You know. It's obvious. You know. Why are you playing games? Why are you tap dancing? Everybody sees this.
Yeah.
You're roaching out. Word soup equals an answer. Yep, there it is.
Word soup equals an answer. So this is I think I'm gonna take a look at this tweet there that Pink Hollow sent me. Cause I wanna see what this is. I wanna see what we're dealing with here. That was nuts. That Reddit collage was just absolutely nuts. Wait, what tweet? There's no tweet here, honey. Okay. Ow. Oh my goodness, that was... Oh, have you ever had... Huh?
Did you watch that video about Red Note?
Which one?
The one from Oompa.
No. You ever have a stretch where you stretch, but, and then when you stretch, like, you feel like electrical impulses shooting up and down your whole legs? That's always fun. That's always fun. Yeah, this whole like Republicans are violent thing, it's I haven't seen the people in the center or even on the right get nearly as violent as what I've seen.
So what ended up happening was the subreddit got banned. So the way that subreddit got banned that he was specifically quoting from.
Okay.
Fine. And of course Musk is getting blamed for it because he's the billionaire, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pigs get laughtered. The wealthy elites are playing with fire. Everyone fears MAGA and the far right, but there are. Oh wait, let me change my voice here. Pigs get slaughtered. The wealthy elites are playing with fire. Everyone fears MAGA and the far right, but there are a lot more of us. It takes less than 1% of the population to topple a government. The Egyptians got rid of Mubarak without violence. I doubt a second American Revolution would be bloodless. Kill one Musk and the rest fall in line. That thing, yeah.
Kill one Musk and wow.
Yeah.
Hey, Spittlebuggies. That's insane. Kill one Musk and the rest falls. That is nuts. I just... Wow. That is... I'm kind of flabbergasted by that. How can people...
A lot of people say that I look and sound like a Redditor, which is one of the most insulting things you can ever say about another human being. But what if I force-fed you a hard truth? What if I told you I don't really use Reddit? My narwhal doesn't bacon at midnight. I'll occasionally go on there just to see if there's any breaking news that I might be unaware of, but it's very infrequent. And I never, go into the swamp of a comment section on the platform.
You just stay out of that shit entirely, don't you, Charlie?
Until today.
Oh,
I don't know what possessed me to do this. It must have been some kind of divine moment that just grabbed me by the shoulders and possessed me, told me that...
You've tried what?
Go into the comment section on these fuckheads.
Oh.
Even the local ones.
I needed to read some comments today, and I am so thankful I did. I stumbled upon true beauty with an argument that could only ever happen on Reddit, that perfectly encapsulates the quintessential Reddit user.
Oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. He's gonna have some sort of nice guy meets, like, meets basement dwelling. Oh, this is gonna be good.
In this moment, I am euphoric, thanks to finding this fucking angry Redditor and everyone who engaged with him on this day. It started in the most unsuspecting location, but then again, that's where all good fairy tales begin, in the place you least expect them. So, it was a clip posted from this podcast. Now, the clip doesn't matter. I'm not going to play the clip. I'm sure you probably already recognize the person here. Her name is Bobby. She runs a podcast where she interviews famous celebrities, and her whole shtick is she makes things awkward.
Okay. So she deliberately makes things awkward while she interviews celebrities. All right. Weird, but okay, go on.
Which is a very hit or miss format, so it's led to a lot of debate on why is she so popular. Also, is she an industry plant because she seemingly blew up overnight? She landed an interview with Drake while she was still relatively new and not massive, so it just started raising a lot of red flags, and a lot of people started saying it must be an industry plant, and then she started getting even more superstar celebrities. Like this clip is from an interview she did with Lil Yachty, and it's just been a lot of hoopla around her and her content. The only
Well, if she got interviews with huge people before she got even before she got big, that is a big indicator of being an industry plant.
The only reason I'm even giving you this lore dump is because it is necessary to put into context what started this argument.
Okay.
And it's the entire reason I went into the comment section, really, of this video. You see, Bobby's content is very polarizing. Right. On TikTok, people love Bobby. They're cheering her on, pumping their fist. Go, Bobby! Let's get it! Fuck yeah! And then on Twitter, it's boo! Oh, brother, she stinks. Get out of town, scram. This is garbage.
So it depends on the platform you're on, whether or not you enjoy this person's content.
So two very different responses to her content on two different platforms, but I've never really seen Reddit's opinion on it. I've never seen them weigh in, and curiosity got the best of me. I marched into Mordor, went to the comments in order to get an answer to the question, and most of the comments were pretty negative towards the interview.
Yeah.
But there was one comment that spawned a whole series of dominoes to fall.
Oh boy. We're only 2 minutes into this 18-minute video. What are we going to learn here?
So let's begin our journey. I'm going
Okay.
to blank out their name here. I don't want anyone to go harass anyone involved in this situation. So this individual comes forth and says, "What grown man sits down and watches this bullshit, then have the nerves to repost this garbage to Reddit?" Now this comment received a lot of love, over 400 upvotes, which is nothing to scoff at.
No, it's not. That's quite a lot of upvotes. That's pretty good for a little.
It's a lot of
comment
high
there.
quality karma. Unfortunately, no Reddit Gold, Reddit Platinum, or Reddit Silver was gifted to it, so we weren't blessed with the edit "thanks for the gold, stranger," or anything like that. But still, the community responded very positively to this comment, and most of the comment section here echoed the same sentiment that they didn't really understand the appeal of the clip.
Right.
Now, all of this doesn't matter. You can wipe your ass with all of this now, because going forward, this comment spiraled into something that had nothing to do with the original post anymore.
Of course, because that's what all internet comment sections do. They start somewhere and then they tangent off into some other random weird thing that never had anything to do with the original post.
And it went fucking insano style. Now we're introduced to our primary antagonist of season 1. So, from out of nowhere, our main character gets challenged. Someone steps in and says, "Lol, you're on the Hot Wheels sub, dude. Weird to take shots at what grown men should be into when your interests include Hot Wheels."
That's funny. What's wrong with a grown person liking Hot Wheels?
Different people like different things. Leave it be. So he goes into the post history of this individual and notices that they are a frequent poster on the Hot Wheels subreddit. And he's using it to take some shots at him to try and showcase, like, hey man, you say grown men shouldn't be into that, but I could also say grown men shouldn't be into Hot Wheels. You see how that works? And he's not wrong. He's coming for the throat here. You could absolutely say the same thing. What grown men would be so into Hot Wheels that they'd go on to Reddit and talk about it all the time?
That's a good question. You use it against him. Oh, you think you gonna shit on my age and my maturity? Well, look at you.
I personally have no problem with that at all, and I don't think this poster does either. He's just using it to make a point.
Yeah.
I think whatever hobby you're into, whatever you collect, I think it's great. I think that shit slaps. Having something that you're passionate about that you would collect it, I think is a cool thing. I mean, I have fucking cards framed on my wall from Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, right? Like, I get it. But this really struck a nerve with this guy. He responded by saying, "Grown man liking cars? Who would have thought? I see you ignored all the other subs. Maybe I should waste my time on rap and movie subs like all the other low IQ Redditors across the pond."
Ooh. Okay, so now we're doing country war and IQ war. Okay.
And if you're an astute observer, you'll notice that he's no longer enjoying the luxury of some updoots. The subreddit has turned against him, thrown him to the wolves. He is now being flooded with downvotes.
Oh no. They don't enjoy his retaliation, so they're downvoting him.
And a downvote is a fate worse than death to a Redditor. It's kryptonite to Superman. The downvotes start hitting him, over 100 downvotes. And I can see why. This feels very insecure to come at him like this. Like, his point was pretty clear, but then he, tries to, I don't know, explain away why it's, really in line with being a grown-ass man because he likes cars. He's like, oh, well, yeah, grown men like cars, Hot Wheels are cars, duh. I mean, maybe I should just go to rap and movie subreddits like you low IQ plebeians.
Yeah, nobody likes rap and movie subreddits. That's just pathetic and sad and weird for you to like movies and music. Weirdo.
It's really, really cringy Reddit behavior now. The bad boy comes back with a tough-to-swallow pill. Hot Wheels aren't cars, mate. They're toys. Talk about low IQ, haha.
He's not wrong. They are toys, but still.
You're not better than anybody else, sorry to tell you. To which he responds, the fact you had to come back and edit that pathetic response, LMAO. And then he just says, go play with your vroom vrooms. His collection of downvotes is...
Go play with your vroom vrooms. That's funny. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is just the cringiest of cringe.
Is starting to eclipse his collection of Hot Wheels cars at this point. They just keep pouring in. As you can see, most people are rallying behind the other guy who's just saying, brother, they're toys, not real cars.
Yeah.
And he's right. He is fluent in facts. He is spittin'. They are not real cars. They are toys. There's nothing wrong with collecting them or liking them, but I don't understand why this goofball is talking about it as if they are real vehicles.
Yeah, they're not. They're not. They are toys, and it's fine to collect them, but they are toys.
He's like, got this bravado going on, like this machismo, like, oh yeah, grown men liking cars, who would have thought? It's Hot Wheels, man. They're still collectible toys that you can play with, and they are made for kids, but there's nothing wrong with liking them or collecting them as an adult. Nope. Fucking Pokemon cards are made for kids too. I collect them. There's no shame in it, but you're acting so insecure about it and pretending that it's something that it's not. And he does the classic Reddit 101 when it comes to argument, where he doesn't actually address what was said. He just says, LMAO, edited your pathetic response, big L, basically.
Yeah.
Like, his response wasn't pathetic. It was totally fine.
It was. There was nothing wrong with that response. And the fact that he's like, oh, haha, you had to edit that. Who cares? Who cares that he had to edit it? Would you rather he made his post have mistakes in it? That would take away from it.
You didn't counter it or anything at all. He just made you look foolish, and you continue to make yourself look like even more of a clown here. In response to the vroom vroom comment, he says, I'm changing spark plugs on my 700 horsepower F-150 right now. I will when I get done, though.
Oh, look at you. You're a manly man. You working on your pickup truck.
And now, here enters the sidekick to our main supervillain here, who chimes in and says, you're trying too hard. To which this guy responds, actually, I'm low on boost. If I was trying too hard, I'd be at 950 horsepower range.
Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Please don't. This is so cringy. And then the fact that he can't tell that he's being made fun of.
It doesn't get more Redditor than that. No. Oh my fucking god. I could feel the fedora tip through the computer screen here.
Yeah, well, actually...
Milady, my horsepower is quite low, actually. It's just, shit, it hurts to read. It really does. The guy's absolutely right. He is trying so hard. I have expected him...
You have a Hot Wheels wheelchair? That's cool.
To go into like the Navy SEALs copy pasta. What'd you say to me, you little bitch? I've got 500 confirmed Hot Wheels with 6,000 horsepower and 400 RPM turbo booster NOS accelerators. Like, brother, it's Reddit. You're not Dominic Toretto. You're talking about Hot Wheels. It's not that deep.
No, this is not Fast and the Furious. Like, you own toys. And you collect toys, and that's fine. It's totally fine. But you're not like, it's not the same thing.
Even if he was being honest and was changing the spark plugs in his F-150, why would you say that? It just makes you look like such a fucking loser to say that during your heated little scuffle online.
It does. It really, I'm trying really hard. I'm changing my spark plugs right now. I'm being a manly man. I can't go play with my toys right now. I'm being a manly man, and I have to prove it to you.
It's so cringy. If that's what you were actually doing, keep it to yourself.
Yep.
You don't need to try and like prove that you're a man to a stranger on Reddit. All hell breaks loose right now, and the cringe is rated E for everyone because he starts just lashing out at anybody in the thread. So someone else made a comment and he went through his post history, I believe, and found that he was on like the WWE subreddit. So he calls him out saying, WWE isn't real, bro, sorry to tell you. Maybe you should pick up a real hobby like learning about cars.
Oh my god, this is getting bad.
To which they respond, toys. A slam dunk. He's right.
He's not wrong.
It's all fucking about Hot Wheels so far.
Yep.
So then he comes back and says, yes, I'm not delusional like you, Mr. SmackDown vs. Raw.
Okay, liking WWE doesn't mean you think it's real.
That's not even an insult.
No, it's
the WWE is extraordinarily popular. Hot Wheels Henry is just really scrapping for any morsel, any crumb of an insult that he can, slap together, and it's not working. It's not. He's fighting like...
Right? This hasn't been... SmackDown vs. Raw hasn't been a thing for quite a while now.
16 different battles from all fronts here on this comment thread, and he's losing every single one of them.
Yeah.
Our boy then goes full armchair psychologist. You actually are ashamed deep down. That's the whole reason you chimed in on my comment. You felt attacked when I said, "What grown man watches this?" It brought back traumatic memories of you being bullied for liking WWE in this day and age. He's like, no, I commented just because of the toxicity. To which he says, I'd rather have a Hot Wheels collection in my garage next to my turbo truck than have Rey Mysterio and Triple H posters all over my wall.
Rey Mysterio and Triple H posters all over my wall. And again, I'd rather have a collection of Hot Wheels in my garage next to my turbo truck. Dude, we don't care that your truck... Oh my god. Insecurity? Yeah, no shit. This is huge insecurity, Spittlebuggies. This is crazy.
I don't know who's getting bullied for liking the WWE in this day and age. It's extraordinarily popular. Maybe like 10 years ago, but today, no shot. I think he's fighting ghosts with that one. You're much more likely to get bullied for collecting Hot Wheels cars as a grown-ass man. Case in point. Though, he's not actually getting bullied for that because no one really has a problem with what you collect as a hobby. The reason people are making fun of him here in the subreddit is because of his attitude, where he views his hobby as just superior to whatever else everyone's interested in.
Yeah.
Oh, you see, no, I actually collect Hot Wheels cars. Like,
yes, they are cars because you see, the word cars comes after the name Hot Wheels. So therefore, they are actually still cars. So I do collect cars.
Like a
Fuck
real
off.
grown, grizzled, strong, big-muscled man, not this lame garbage. Like, it just sounds like pinky up, high off your own fumes, sniffing your own farts kind of garbage where you view yourself as superior.
How does he know any of these wrestling people? That's a good question. If he's not a wrestling fan, how is he able to like call up names so easily?
Others just because you think your interests are better. So you're just shitting on everyone else who called it out. Like, no one cares if you collect Hot Wheels cars in your garage and it's right next to your fucking Optimus Prime truck. Yeehaw.
Yeah, nobody cares. Literally nobody cares.
Great. You're just being an asshole about it, which is why people are just making fun of you in the subreddit. His rampage continues, and this time he's pissing on sacred, hallowed ground. He insults RuneScape. He says, you drive a stock car and play RuneScape, I know you're drowning in pussy.
You drive a stock car and play RuneScape. How fucking early 2000s alpha chat is that? Dude, you drive a stock car. Do you even know what a good car is? Oh my god.
He's saying it sarcastically. So he checked the comment history of this guy, saw that he played RuneScape, and he's using it to attack him. Which is a wild one. Like, yeah, RuneScape's got some, less than...
Huh? Frosted hair tips.
Stellar things about it, but there's nothing wrong with RuneScape at all. It's still an extremely popular MMO that is well loved to this day. And the guy's like, I don't understand how a dude who plays with toy cars thinks he's above people on movie and rap subreddits and people who play RuneScape. We're all on the same site getting in our respective nerdy communities. What makes toy cars better than talking about media or playing a game?
There you go. That's a good question. What makes talking about RuneScape or any of that different than collecting toy cars? What's the difference?
Which is fair. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. And then he just goes, you don't understand because you can't even turn a wrench on your own car. Of course, a mechanic is going to be into Hot Wheels considering he works around cars all day. Do you need me to further break it down for you to understand? Oh, just that aura of...
What a douchebag.
Insecure loser is very potent. It's
It
like in...
is. This guy is like this most insecure, douchebaggy jerk face that I've ever come across.
Bleach, when they first meet Kenpachi and his spiritual pressure is so strong that it just glues people to the ground, they can't even stand up. That's what his loser aura is doing to me right now. It's rough. Why do you feel the need to defend your hobby when no one's actually attacking that? They're attacking your behavior.
Yeah. Nobody gives a shit that you collect Hot Wheels cars. They give a shit that you're being a little douchebag in the comments section.
Where you think what you do is better than everyone else and can't understand that different people are going to like different things and there's nothing wrong with that. That's the only thing people are picking apart. That's what started this whole thing. You were saying, who watches this garbage? What grown man would do this? And one other guy was like, hey, you're a grown man who plays with Hot Wheels. You understand? Like, different people like different things.
Yeah.
It could have been so easy to just meet in the middle, shake hands, and be like, oh, okay, I get it. Yeah, this wasn't for me. Just like Hot Wheels collecting, maybe not for you.
Yeah. It could have been a very cordial comment section, but no, it's Reddit.
But he just refuses to accept that reality. Instead, he's just going, no, you don't understand because you can't turn a wrench in your own car. He just keeps diving in on things other people like. Do you just really call RuneScape a fun multiplayer game? Responding to someone saying that it was a fun game, there's nothing wrong with it. You're not playing COD, dude. You're playing a game that's synonymous with virgin weirdos like yourself. Deaf embarrassing. He's just trying way too hard. I can feel the tears in his eyes as he types these comebacks.
He is trying way too hard to be like a big bad strong, like it's pathetic. It's just ugh, it's sad.
Now, up until this point, I had a big smile on my face reading these for the first time, but when I read his next response here, I let out an audible gasp.
Okay.
So the guy, once again, is still going in about RuneScape, like, you know, it's just an MMO, you know, whatever, you're being a judgmental prick, and can't handle it when people roast you back. So you start combing through comment histories, massive Redditor mindset.
Which is not wrong. That's actually what he did. He went through the comment history to try to get some fodder for his canon.
And his response is, I can definitely handle it, LMAO. I just shit on 10 different no-lifes, including you, that wanted to be relevant. There's multiple comments saying who watches this, but of course you want to reply to mine for the free clout and upvotes from the Fem girls.
What the fuck response is that? What the that reply makes you the biggest no-life of them all, sir.
I don't even know what fantasy land this guy's in. He just went into Narnia, and he's not coming back, I guess.
Nope.
We've lost him for good in delusion. Farming the free clout from a Reddit comment section? What clout? And where did the Fem girls come from?
That's a good question. And also, aren't girls inherently feminine? Like, because they're girls? I'm confused.
And I don't understand. There's so many layers to this onion, I don't even know where to begin with picking it apart. So...
Yeah, like what?
I'm confused. I can't even think.
Right? I'm just like, what
First
in
of all,
the
he
hell
can't
is
handle
this?
anyone roasting him back. He has showcased that very beautifully. He's had a full-blown conniption over this. He did not shit on 10 different people. He just made a fool of himself in response to 10 different people.
Yeah. He did not own anybody in any of his comments.
And he says that they just wanted to be relevant. So I'm guessing this guy has a huge ego, and he thinks that he's some kind of Reddit power user, perhaps? Like, his karma speaks for itself, right? Like, this is a big guy.
Yeah.
And you guys are only responding to him because they're trying to suckle some clout from his teats. His big, ample bosom of relevancy.
Yeah. His relevance titty floweth over, but he is not sharing. No, he is not sharing.
It's wild. It's so wild to me. So I went to his account because I did a double take. Is this like a big Reddit user? No, he's not. Like, I don't know what like the highest upper echelon of Reddit karma farming is, like the biggest karma accounts, but his is not very high. Like
I used to love my daughter's I love my daughter's boyfriend. He was diesel BMW. He sold BMW until I found out that most dealer BMW mechanics are douche nozzles. Yep.
I don't know where this is coming from. But even if it was, if he's the #1 Reddit poster, there is no such thing as Reddit clout for
No.
commenters. That doesn't...
No, there's not. There's you just get like upvotes and stuff. It's not like
exist.
No.
Like, Reddit is the only social media platform where if you're extremely active, the #1 account on Reddit, it doesn't do dick for you. It does less than nothing for you. If you get Twitter famous, you can at least turn that into some kind of like sponsorship revenue or lead people to other platforms to maybe follow you.
Yeah.
Now you can even make direct ad revenue from engagement, I guess. TikTok, obviously, you can make a whole career out of. Even Facebook, obviously, YouTube, Twitch, every other social media platform, if you are a power user of it and get like a big audience on there, you can make a whole career out of it. Reddit, if you dedicate your life to being a Reddit power user,
nothing. You get nothing out of that.
all you do is get laughed at.
Yeah. You literally get nothing out of being a quote Reddit power user. Like, ooh, karma, wow, big deal. You get Reddit
That's
karma.
your big reward. You get insulted for wasting your time. It is the only social media platform where you cannot make a career out of being a power user of it. So even if he was the #1 user on here, it wouldn't matter. And there's no clout that anyone would be able to get from this exchange. This was just one of the most bafflingly out of touch comments I think I've ever read on that platform.
Yeah.
Now another Redditor came in and said, "No way you just said free clout" when referring to Reddit comments, also stunned by the statement, and he double responds here saying, "Your plan worked, dude. You got all the femboys wanting to suck you off. And since we're on Reddit, I'll just go ahead and do it. You used the wrong form of your, actually."
Oh my god, that's too precious.
And then his next response is, "Y'all should become friends and play together. Y'all would fit in perfectly with the rest of the RuneScape community." I'm at a loss for words. This is kind of where the whole thing ends. And man, what a banger of an exchange it was.
Yeah. That is the cringiest of cringe I think I've ever come across. That's crazy. Reddit asks me to sign in every time I go there. I'm not signing up for 1 or 2 people. And I hear there are people like this everywhere. Yeah. I don't blame you, Spittlebuggies. I don't blame you at all. I wouldn't, if I didn't have an account already, I wouldn't sign up if it was just 1 or 2 people that I was on Reddit for. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't. And look at that, we've come to our 2-hour mark. And I am fucking starving. So I'm gonna go have some food. Because I am hungry and I need to eat something. But I will be back later on the Twitch side of things, if you guys would like to come by and follow me over there. And we'll be playing some more Diablo. I logged off at the beginning of a new quest line, so I don't have to go all the way back. I have to go to the Foul Undercrypts, and then we'll figure all that out. So, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves today and had an interesting laugh at the insanity that is the internet. And I'm gonna go eat. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your Tuesday afternoon. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later on. Bye, everyone.